in some sense, I wouldn't be where am I right now without studying at CERGE-EI. People usually think about, the knowledge they gain, right? What I don't know, models, techniques, and stuff they learn. But actually, as I grew older, I realized it's the other stuff which is more important. It's the way of thinking. It's not what specifically you learn, but the way to approach problems, how to solve them, how to deconstruct them, how to be structured in your thought. That's, I think, the most important thing I learned at CERGE-EI. It's the way how I approach problems, how I apply what I learned here to the real world, because that's where my work is. I'm focused on the real world events. And surprisingly enough, studying at CERGE-EI prepared me for this, because previously in my previous studies I learned the models and then the basic knowledge, right? But the way to address and solve problems, how to think about it, that's what I only learned at CERGE-EI. How did CERGE-EI influence me the most? Well, actually for me it was more on a personal note. I have met my wife here, so that's my lifelong partner. So in some way CERGE-EI influenced me the most on a personal rather than intellectual level. I actually interact with CERGE-EI students quite a bit. I actually interact them on two levels. I interact with them before they become CERGE-EI students, because as a teacher at other Prague universities, I very often recommend them to go and pursue further studies at CERGE-EI. And then I also meet with them later on, because as somebody in private sector, we offer internships at our company, and often we hire CERGE-EI students for those internships. I also come here at CERGE-EI to talk to students about their, how should they think about their career if they want to think about private sector or academia. So I interact with CERGE-EI students quite often over the years.